It is public money meant to empower communities, repaid so that others can benefit. In Mbala district, a critical question remains unanswered. Who has paid back the loans and who has not? Because when we asked for answers, the council said one word: sensitive. In this report, we examine what happens when public funds go quiet. The Constituency Development Fund, CDF loans, are designed as a revolving facility. Money is given to youth groups, women, cooperatives, and small businesses. They repay, others benefit. That is how the system is supposed to work. But in Mbala, that cycle may be breaking. Available estimates suggest that more than 100 local businessmen and women have benefited from the fund, with approximately 2 million kwacha already dispersed in Mbala. Yet, despite the scale of this funding, no official breakdown has been made public. Radio Luswepo made repeated efforts to obtain basic information from Mbala Municipal Council. How much money has been dispersed? How many beneficiaries received loans? How many have defaulted? No figures were provided. Council officials declined to comment, describing the matter as sensitive. But CDF is not private money. It is public money. Under Zambia's CDF guidelines, local authorities are expected to ensure proper tracking of funds, monitoring of beneficiaries, transparency in utilization. But when information is withheld, accountability becomes impossible to verify. In Mbala, residents say the silence is raising concerns.
Ifwe bapokera amaroni ku CDF ukwambira mu 2022 up to 2026 today. Chinshi tutontonkanya ichakutira wapoka walabako.
Takapo clear information yakwati yalipero hapo. We have to know people balaba boshana wanga bashiboshe. So that tulemona uje ni pesa poto dende.
For many, the issue is simple. If the money is public, why is the information not? What development committee, WDCs, are meant to help identify beneficiaries and monitor projects. But in Mbala, even them are in the dark. Kazmola Ward WDC chairperson Brian Musukuma says even them are denied access to information.
As WDC, we are in charge of taking loan applications to the CDF committee. We are also in charge of showing the CDF and the council the locations where the people they have given loans are found. But the council hasn't been giving full information on loan beneficiaries.
Without access to repayment data, WDC members say they cannot tell who has paid, who has defaulted, whether the fund is working at all. For some residents, the lack of transparency has real consequences. Nicholas Sikazwe applied for a CDF loan in 2022. He says he met all the requirements, but his application was not approved.
I applied in 2022. I wasn't given the loan because I had all the requirements. My company is registered and I'm paying everything that is supposed to be paid. So I don't know what grounds as to why they had to leave my application. So I applied for the 50,000 kwacha so that I can be able to uplift the business, because those monies belongs to us. It's our money. And so we've got that right to know, to say which ones are not paying back, because if we do not know, then there is no transparency in that. And those that have not paid back, they should be following them actually, making sure they are monitored.
Without clear information on allocation and repayments, applicants like him are left asking, how are decisions being made? Among those who received loans, experiences vary. Some say they have successfully repaid, others have not. One beneficiary, Gilbert Ngandu, admits he has failed to repay.
The amount was too little for me to complete the structure, but then anyway, it was a challenge, but still I'm trying. End of this June, I think by June, I must finish off this structure now. As soon as I finish off the structure, I'm sure business will now start. For the first few months, I did manage to pay, but after that, it was now difficult for me until now. It's very shameful. I'm even embarrassed, you know. It's not good. You know, I'm not a young person. I'm one of that person. I understand, you see. I've sat on some people's happiness. I was supposed to be paying back a month, but then because of challenges, I don't fulfill it. So much so that I would defaulted.
He cites business challenges, others point to poor planning, but without official data, the scale of default remains unknown. Economist Shadrach Titus Nyirenda warns that lack of transparency in a revolving fund carries serious risks.
Application of a loan. Don't just give out money in the name of a loan to one individual, to a company without the setup conditions. Those giving out loans must have sat down and framed the terms and conditions to qualify for the loan. For one to qualify for a business loan, it means one must be in business and must have a good plan. These must be a set of rules or qualifying rules that one may need to have in order to get a loan. This business plan is very important, not only for the person applying, but also for the person giving out loans. And you need to know how this money is going to be repaid back. Since it is the community money, there should be a continuous assessment. Transparency is very important in the sense that it will create an environment that will be good both for you and for the people out there.
If loans are not repaid and performance is not tracked, the fund can collapse. And when that happens, future beneficiaries lose out. We returned to the council for clarity. Again, no figures, no timeline, no explanation, only one position. The matter is sensitive. But experts say accountability in public funds should never be optional. In Mbala, the questions remain. How much of the estimated 2 million kwacha has been repaid? Who still owes and how much? And who is responsible for recovering what is owed? Because if over 100 beneficiaries have accessed this fund, then accountability cannot remain insensitive. Reporting for Radio Luswepo, I am Doris Chifunda.